All right, I gotta come clean to you on this project. I lied to you. I put it back together, but we gotta take the lid off again, and there's a reason why. I'll explain right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. And last time we worked on this, or not the last time, but the last time we worked on this, I should say, I put it back together and I knew something that I did not say in the video. I noticed it right away while I was putting it back together, and I said nothing, but it has to be fixed, and let me explain. Unfortunately, I had the wrong gasket, and I knew that, and then I thought, when I laid it on there, I thought I can use it anyway. The difference is right here. Some of these top covers, or these hydraulic units I should say, because the bottom's different too, have a cutout here, and then the bolt is inside. And the gasket I had is for this style, which of course we probably can't get to it, but you can see is made different. The bolt is right here and it's across there over the top. So that would be the newer style that does not have hydroelectric. So I thought, no big deal, I'm not gonna say anything. There'll be gasket material along the edge, and then I thought there's enough meat there, it's no big deal. And then when I was editing the video, I noticed on the one shot, I had the gasket laying on there and I could see space between the gasket and the edge. And I thought, well, that's not gonna work. So, I don't know. I second guessed myself and then looked, and sure enough, when I cut out that extra piece of gasket, there's nothing left in there now. So, that's fine. I ordered the right one for this. Which consequently, if you go to order one, you got to know the style, but don't. The parts book on the AGCO website is not totally correct. It gives a number for the top cover and says use this gasket with this top cover. Well, that's not the right number. So if you have this, it's, what is it, a 158 502A? It should be this gasket, which is a 165 836A, and when we get it out of there, we can clearly see it's got the cutout made in it and the bolt is inside. So this should be the one we need for this tractor. So unfortunately, that means I got to take the seat off again and pull that off again, but that is not really that long of a job. Everything else is fine. I also thought whilst we were here, you know, I cleaned up everything and kind of gave it a coat of paint, and I think I'm going to do that to the back more, and probably the top cover before I put the seat back on. But I also thought we would change the oil, and I hunted and hunted for my socket. Could not find it, you know. Put it in a safe place so that I wouldn't forget where it was. It wasn't with the rest of the 3/4 drive set. So then I went on the electronic bay and ordered another one, and then immediately found that one, because that's how that works. I had put it with service tools instead of with the 3/4 socket set, because this is 1 11/16 that fits this, and that's not a size that always comes with your generic socket set. So anyway, I tried it. It's loose, probably because I have changed it somewhat regularly, so we shouldn't have trouble there. Sometimes those things are locked up tight if you've never done it, and I've had up to like about 25 feet of bar on it to try to break it loose, and you know, something was going to break, whether it was that or whatever. But when you're trying to get that loose, get yourself a nice 6-point socket, because you don't want the 12-point, and you don't want you know, pipe wrench and that kind of stuff. It's going to slip and mar that up. If you do use a pipe wrench, I would say clamp it on here, because you'll get a much better bite, which is what I've had to do too before, you know, 25 feet of bar and then a pipe wrench on this with 2 people, and you can get it. Some people try to heat this and cook that O-ring so that it comes loose, but there's no two situations alike, I suppose. But at any rate, enough talking. Our first step is to take the seat back off, and that's how she goes, you know. I guess I should have taken this out of my way. There we go. It's just a sad deal, you know. I don't like doing stuff twice, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but then I thought maybe somebody will actually notice it on the video. And I don't know that yet, because that video, if it has come out, it will have been today. And so I don't know what the comments are yet, or if anybody said anything, but if you caught that, you were right. I was using the wrong gasket. You need to know which cover you have. Or more than that, you need to know which hydraulic unit you have, because you can't put this cover on the other one, you know. You can't put the other one on this one. We just had all this loose, so it should come out fairly easily. Also, I should go back there and set that top link down before letting it slam to the ground. Not to the ground so much as slam into the PTO cover and bust a chunk out of it, like so many of them are, including this one, which has been brazed because at some point in its life it took a smacking. I did not get it backed in here just quite evenly. Did we talk about this longer bolt? Did I ever say why? Because somebody might comment on that. Grandpa had an umbrella bracket on here, one of those cast John Deere umbrella brackets. I'd like to find it and put it back on, but I don't know what happened to it. But he didn't like when he had to have help before Dad was born, and so Grandma would help him, but he didn't want her in the sun, so he put an umbrella bracket on. And anyway, that's the way it was. I took it off because it was annoying my leg, but that's kind of a dumb thing. I mean, it would be nice to have the ability to put an umbrella on it again. Now, do I want to just rocket this to the ground? Or can I somewhat balance it until I can get there? Come on, stay put. Be nice. Here we are again, my friend. Jeez. What did we do with the, I don't know what I did with all the 3/8 drive stuff. Used it on a different project or something. Let's put these back in, these holes, to keep trash out of them. That's the only reason. I'm going to find the rest of my tools back, and then I'll bring you back. All right, I think we got it. Magnetic tray, sure. Mess already, first thing, sure. All right. Can we fix it? Well, you see, what's going to take place here is hopefully not very long apart. Like long enough to switch the gasket out and be done with it. Because there shouldn't be any problems with it otherwise. Got to get that one in the pocket, which is a lot of fun. And then get these three in the back, which are 3/8 for some reason. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, because what I did is I put that hard to get to one under tension, probably. Oh! She's a squirter. There was pressure on the lid. Consequently, that spraying out of there is like, that's what that other tractor did. When I took the top cover off of it, it had that problem. And thus, that is why I did what I did. Okay, dum-dum. I messed up. I'm gonna put one back on because I've made it impossible to get my lid off of the my hard to get to bolt. I put it in a bind. I just wish you could get the socket in there. You know how much of life's trouble that would solve? Being able to do that. Let's put another one back in. I should have taken that one out first. Yeah, see, that'll help a ton. Yep. Now it's just practically hand loose. The stuff I get into. Also, it's still miserably hot. Don't ever forget that. Oh. See, this one doesn't have the luxury that the cover is glued down, so that's why it's jumping around quite a bit. I'm going to set it over here. Oh, jeez. Come on. Because what I want to do, I want to put all my tubes back in the bottom again. That works so much better. All right. I think it's clean enough under there, but we'll give it a quick once over here. Just a minute. Yeah, here you can see I chiseled it out and there's nothing left. Oh well. So if you understand how this goes, the gasket doesn't actually seal pressure. It's these tubes with the O-rings on each end. And so thus, it wasn't spraying oil out or anything when it did that. What was happening is, when you go around a corner or something, it was leaking oil out of this slot. And you don't want your, you know, you don't want that getting trash in it over time, so. See, now I'm seeing stuff I'd like to clean more while I'm this far. So I might just have to bring you back, because this is one of those things where you think you're done and then you find more stuff you want to do. So, ain't no use in wasting your time watching. Watching me spray oil in my face? Yeah. Alright, I think we've done about all we can do here. All the damage. That looks much more better. Almost like all the holes line up. Ain't that nifty? Alright, this is a lot of fun. Okay. Nope, that's wrong. That one's wrong. One's right and one's wrong. There we go. There we go. Now, we might have somewhat of a chance of success. Whew! It's a hot mama today. Probably shouldn't have done all three of those first, but I like to live dangerously. Oh, dum-dum. You're ready to dum-dum. Amazing. Can I ever catch a break? No. There. Oh, fuck me. Well, the camera got hot and shut off about the same time everything started going to pieces, my friends. I don't know if you caught that at the tail end of that footage, but definitely twisted a bolt off after having this whole thing bolted down. Luckily, I was able to get it out of there. But that was very frustrating there for a second, as we recall the 1855 of sadness when it did that to me. So I'm going to need to get me a bolt there, see? And then the top cover will be done. I'll probably clean it up and meadow greenify some of it whilst that's off this time so it looks pretty. And then I also got the new hoses to change all the remote hoses, so I'll probably do that too. But I'm glad that that came out of there, because that was really a sad occurrence, you know? So I'll go hunt me up a bolt. Hope I got one. And we'll put that down, and then like I said, I'll clean up on it some more. And we need to get all the remote hoses loose, and we'll figure that out then. I'll bring you back if something interesting takes place. All right, we got it back together. I meadow greenified it. So should we just ruin that by trying it out and seeing if it leaks? everything works as it should. That's what we're after. So what I'm gonna do then is let this dry. This ain't county fair material, but what it's gonna do is keep it nicer, clean. That's what I'm after. But once this is dry, I will then change the rest of the hoses and we can film that and get that the way it should be. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 more hoses and I got 1 coupler for that. Hopefully I can get the other couplers off. If not, we'll probably have to buy more, but we'll try harder maybe this time. So I'll bring you back. You know, it'll be this same video, but a different day when all this is ready to go. All right, this project just keeps, you know, lingering on, taking much more time before completion, but I keep adding things to it that I want to do. So that's all meadow greenified. And like I said, I got new hoses for here, so that's what we're gonna do. I also cleaned up the bottom of the seat frame and painted it, so when it's dry, we can put that back on. I'm not gonna do the top half because at some point we will rebuild that, and then that will be all done that way. So for now, that way we can just slide that out if we need to rebuild it and not have to unbolt anything. So where to begin? Well, last time we put on 1 new hose and we didn't have the right coupler. So I'm thinking that's where we're going to begin. And I'm thinking, I don't remember. That should be 1 1/16. But then I need a 7/8 to do this, and apparently I did not. But I do have an adjustable. It better come loose. We just put this on. Alright, so after you cover yourself in oil for no reason, then you're gonna get your new coupler out of the box. Maybe. But this is what you want. 8250 Pioneer. That is what it should have for coupling under pressure. All right, technical difficulties here. Running out of hands to do everything we need to do. Oh, I'm thinking about how much fun this is gonna be, getting all of these put on there. Because they might all fight. They might all be like this one and not want to play ball. Oh, and that's cute. This one, I forgot, is the same size. Yeah. So now I have to find a 7/8 because I can't do it without it. Have no fear, stupidity is here. There we go. Not real sure how I decided I was gonna do this to make it the way I wanted. We're gonna get our little deals in there. And I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. The factory used these little deals they fit in that groove you see, and they hold the coupler, the outer piece of the coupler, so that you get your 2 directions. You can push pull, and I've never really had that much trouble with those. Maybach makes an improved version that's like a half moon and goes halfway around. That works really slick. It's like laser cut out, so it looks nice, and then it's just 1 piece instead of 2. That's good, but $10 a pair, so you got 40 tractors. That's not really something I'm into spending unless I absolutely need it. Some of the couplers I buy, they don't have those anymore. They've been robbed out, so then I'll get some, but they work good. If you are having trouble with yours popping out, that's probably what you should do. All right, I'm trying to decide if that's still bent down too much. There we go. That's what I want. You want your coupler to be able to go both ways. That's the beauty of these, because you can just shove it through and then it's in. Some of the tractors, you have to physically hold back on this while you're pushing the fitting in, and that's so dumb because you're working against yourself to try to go. These you can just use all your force to just push it in there, and then it'll lock and it'll be fine. But there is no need to badmouth anybody else, so we'll just let that go. Okay, can we get this one loose? I sure hope so, because I don't want to have to be buying any more couplers. Well, I don't know though. We're gonna have to, what can we do here? Can we find a way to use the tractor as a vise? Sometimes that works really well. And sometimes it doesn't. Like right now. That's never gonna hold. Maybe it will. There we go. Come on. Arrgh. And it'll probably squirt out some oil because it's under a little bit of pressure. Can we get this loose? Well, there we go. That's still a good hose, just not what we want right now. There we go. You see what's happening? I'm just spinning the hose, trying to get us started. Since I went back to the style that wraps around the axle, just to be all original like, trying to use the natural curve of the hose. That helps you out a lot of time, but I don't think I accomplished that this time. I think I'm on the opposite way. It's really fighting against me here. It'll work. I just gotta wrap it around there to where I get to it. Not quite the right curve yet. Almost. See, if I do it right, I'll twist it off, and then we'll have to start all over. There. See, now it'll hang on there pretty. I still need to do to tighten this end, but I might want to go behind this. That's what I want to do. That'll give it a little more. Ooh. Oh yeah, I gotta turn this one. Dum-dum. Let's tighten this up a little whilst we're at it. If that's gonna let me do that. There. That's beautiful. See how much more better that is? Yeah, they're longer hoses, but they hang in there nice. That's the way they were originally. I need to get some of the little dust plugs from Shoop. They sell the original style for these couplers. Well, good news and bad news. The good news is it's raining, which is wonderful. The bad news is I had to run to town because, yeah, we definitely had to saw this off because I could not get the hose out of that elbow, and life's too short. Plus, I also decided it would be nice to switch to the longer one I couldn't remember which size I had on this side, but I like how it sets it out just a little farther than the other one. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's what I have there. So if I put that here, then it's going to be out just a little farther and give me some more room. This is a real trick. Man, it fought and fought. I had to take all kinds of stuff loose to get it done, but I got it done. So we'll start putting together the new, and then we'll be done with this project, I hope. And we can put our seat back on and whatever else. I think that's all we had to worry about. Yeah, we'll get all that bolted back up and we should be good to go. Oh, electricity gonna go out? Why are you doing that? I'd say it's more a cause of my redneck extension cord than it is the actual power going out. Okay. That's probably good. Spoiler alert, you only have 21% battery left, so you're probably going to leave me before this is done, but you saw me do the other side. So you can ride it out as long as you want. We needed that bad. What? Don't you like that? Sure. Come on. I think it needs to go around another time. No, that's a mistake. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum.
Joseph Smith was called a prophet. Dum 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 dum.
That'll work. That made it nice and greasy. I still need to tighten this, but that'll be easier to do once it's in the holder. So I'm guessing that's what we'll do. All right. Now, if a guy was half smart, tight enough. I bet that's 11, 16, 5/8. Sure. All right, well, the old Pro-Go ran out of the battery again, but I did get this done. As a matter of fact, I backed it up, so now it's in my way, but I got all that done. Managed to find, I knew I wouldn't let myself down. I had ordered some of these plugs, so there they are. Got a set on here now. Need to order some more to replace that. But it looks pretty snazzy. It's all metal greenified here. And it's a little easier to keep them clean when they're like that, you know? When you see a mess, you can usually get rid of it right away. So, yeah. I'm probably gonna just call this video here. We got enough footage. And there's a few more things I wanna do to this. I might make a video of that, I don't know. But otherwise, it's about ready to go. We need to, I'll probably wait for the next video to do that. Swap that hydraulic filter whilst we're here. We need to put that floor back on, but I got something else I want to do while I'm doing that. So before I do that, I should say. So like I said, we'll probably call this one here and quit while we're ahead today. Do you enjoy seeing a basic white man in his middle 30s struggling at life? If so, hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment, because all of that stuff is supposed to help us out and grow the channel, and we can keep making more stuff like what you just saw. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.